It's the political blame game in Virginia. Remember that horrific backup that stranded drivers for up to 30 hours because of a winter storm earlier this week? The outgoing governor says don't blame him. Blame the drivers. He said earlier this week, quote, I am getting sick and tired of people talking about what went wrong, and then went on to pose these questions to the drivers. Number one, did you know about the storm? Number two, why did you feel it was so important to drive through such a snowstorm? And three, in hindsight, do you think maybe you should have stayed home or wherever you were rather than getting out on Interstate 95? Jimmy, you get this one first, but hands down, I will say this is one of the best texts you could send to a teenager, a kid who is screwed up. But as a governor talking to adults, I don't know, your take.
Yeah. Well, this is the second worst story involving Ralph Northam in a car. The first being the time he drove to a costume store and got a Klan costume for his college yearbook. But what a lowlife, man. And when you start shaming the drivers for being on the road, what that really demonstrates is just how out of touch a lot of Democrats are with the plight of regular people. A lot of regular people, Alicia, don't have the option of staying home. They don't have the kind of job that says, oh, well, we're going to send in the punt team because the commute got a little rough today. They got to be out there, Ralphie, doing their thing. And that's the part that drives me so crazy, is there's this indifference, and they show this indifference at moments where they don't want to be accountable for situations they should have jumped on. But what's so fascinating about this is in the effort to blame other people, and I'm sure we'll get there were people blaming Republicans. There, you know, and that's just, Twitter is so stupid. It really is like a fight club.
That's why we love it, because it's so stupid.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's like Twitter is like a fight club for people who don't want to get hit. And you can tell, because you can tweet on Twitter like, it's my dog's birthday. And somebody will be like, yeah, but Trump. And you're like, yeah, my dog doesn't know who Trump is. Shut up.
Well, let's look at some of those tweets, okay? So people were out there, and they're blaming the incoming governor. One user said Youngkin failed his first test in Virginia. This never happened under Democrat Governor Northam or any other governor for that matter. Shame. And another, collateral damage between Glenn Youngkin and the wrath of God. Guy, there's just one problem with all this, isn't there?
There is, and I'm a Virginia voter, and I'm very happy that Glenn Youngkin will be the governor here soon, but he's not yet. And at least one of those tweets was from a former journalist who just, of course, is supporting the Democratic Party, wants to blame Republicans. This is the magical thinking. If you're a progressive, everything can be a Republican's fault, even if the Republican isn't in charge yet. This is still Ralph Northam on the clock. He is still the governor. Maybe he's checked out. Maybe he's red-faced for once, actually, because his party lost a few weeks ago, but he is still technically the governor. And for him to be out there posing these questions, like blame the victim questions, maybe he can send a little text message over to U.S. Senator Tim Kaine, a Democrat who was stuck in this traffic jam for 26 and a half hours. Why were you on the road, Senator? Well, I was coming to Washington because I had to cast votes. People have jobs to do, which is Jimmy's point. And the one element of that answer that I think bothered me the most from Northam was him telling the radio host or whoever was interviewing him, I'm so sick and tired of people asking what went wrong. Really? It was like the next day after people were in their cars overnight with nothing to eat or drink and go to the bathroom, and you're already tired of any attempted accountability. Thin-skinned. Governor Northam will be former Governor Northam very soon, and I hope that Governor-elect Youngkin will do a better job and take this as a learning experience when he's actually in charge, which is happening in a matter of days, his inauguration. In Richmond. Hopefully we can get down to Richmond.
And Lisa, Governor Northam did apologize, so we should put that up there. He put out a tweet, quote, we certainly don't want to blame the drivers. Again, I feel sorry for the folks who were stuck on the highways for hours. This is after he, by numbers, blamed them, all the different reasons.
Yeah, I just wanted to fact check something real quick. Guy had said that maybe Governor Northam was red-faced. It was black-faced, but that's just the fact check there for Governor Northam. But you know, my favorite, there was this tweet that was making the rounds on Twitter, and this woman was like, oh, I can't believe Glenn Youngkin would mess this up so badly. And then someone was like, you know, ma'am, it's actually, you know, Governor Northam still in office. And she's like, oh, I'm just so glad he's on it and he's taking care of it. And it was just like the immediacy and the response of just the tribalism, obviously. in America. But look, I used to work on Capitol Hill and political campaigns, and seeing Senator Tim Kaine's very matter-of-fact tweets where his 2-hour commute to the Capitol turned into, I think it was 27 hours, I just kept asking myself, if Glenn Youngkin was in fact in political office right now as a Republican, what would those tweets look like? What would that response from Senator Tim Kaine as a Democrat look like? It would be, I think we could all, assume that it would be a little less matter-of-fact and more, blaming and going out there with a big megaphone attacking him. So,
but Jimmy loves Twitter. Really? That's all. That's all I got out of this.
Yes. I must confess.
Oh, that's hopefully we
Every time I log on to Twitter, Alicia, I feel like I'm showing up to a party where everyone else has already had 13 drinks and I'll never catch up to their vibe. And that really is Twitter. Nowhere in the world is there a guy better off if only he spent more time on Twitter. So if there was one upside to all of this, if you were stuck on the highway for 19 hours, maybe you lost your ability to get on Twitter. That's the only upside I can think of.
Very good point.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.